Hey guys, what's up? It's Dean. Welcome to Manful Yoga. It's Sunday, 12 p.m. And I'm doing something that I haven't done before. I have not got on Facebook Live and actually had a Q&A session. So I'm getting on now, and I'm hoping that I can get some suggestions from you as far as what yoga solutions are you looking for. So I already have. I've been doing this for 4 years now, so I have tons of ideas of what people are searching for. And I'm curious, I'm just curious about what solutions you're looking for, because there's certain things that we talk about a lot. Back pain relief is obviously huge. I work with a lot of people who do weightlifting or do CrossFit or do a lot of people who are triathletes. We have a ton of triathletes in the members area. A lot of people who are just doing general fitness, so they just want to, lose some weight, put on some muscle, be a little healthier. And we have a lot of people who are just focused on functional fitness, so people who want to be able to do what they physically want to do. So people who want to, be able to, just go for walks, maybe go for a jog, maybe play some sports every now and then, but stay healthy, and be able to do that for a long time through their 50s, 60s, 70s, and beyond. So that's an idea of people that I work with a lot. All right, so we've got a first question. How do I build a chest like yours? I actually have a blog on that. It's called 5 Ways Yoga Helps You Get a Bigger Chest. So go to manfulyoga.com/blog and you can read all about that. What other questions? Again, I'm here to answer questions and to hear feedback. So some things that I've talked, I'll give you an idea of some of the routines that I've already made. So these are all routines that I've made for the members area. So I've made lots of hip mobility routines, but then again, a lot of people don't know that they need hip mobility. Instead, because your body is totally interconnected, and what usually happens is people search for the solution to their symptoms instead of the solution to what's causing the symptoms. So people search for yoga for back pain relief, when really what they need is hip mobility, right? So I make a lot of videos kind of with that assumption that you're looking for back pain relief, but what you really need is hip mobility. So that's what I'm going to show you. All right, other questions. What's the brand of the yoga mat you recommend? Again, the Cork one. Hey, Rollin. So I actually started selling my own yoga mats. So you can get those at the link that I'm about to put in here. It's at manfulyoga.com/shop/cork-yoga-kit. And those are Cork yoga mats. If you want to learn about the other ones that I used to recommend, you can go to manfulyoga.com/yoloha. And I think that link still works. Oh, not found. All right. Cork, manfulyoga.com/cork. Nope. Never mind. So that link doesn't work anymore. But Yoloha Yoga is the other brand that I recommend. There's differences, but yeah. And if you use the code, here I'll share this code with you. Use the code MFYCork at the link above, and you'll get a $20 discount, I think. So that's going on right now. Yes. All right. Roger, good morning. Good morning. Yes. All right. So let me see if I can actually. I'll find that. So Jeff, you asked about that. That chest development thing. How to get a bigger chest. I will copy and paste that link here for you. How to get a bigger chest. Okay, cool. All right, Jacob, what's up? Welcome. Linda, hey, how you doing? Everett, you still here? What's up, bro? Thanks. So yeah, I'm working on, anyways, again, I'm here and I wanted to get some questionnaires and see what yoga solutions you guys are looking for. Sometimes because, and I already know what most people are looking for. I hear about it all the time. You know, I get tons of emails. But I'm just curious if there's anything that I missed. You know, most people, I can give you an idea of, this is actually kind of cool. We have a very kind of, it's kind of easy to tell, not easy to tell, but we have a very good idea of who our members are, who people in the members area are. And so we can usually group you into like 5 kind of buckets, so to speak. So we have people who are, number one, we have people who are using yoga as a complement. So people like triathletes, people like weightlifters, people who like doing other types of fitness, but also want to use yoga to get better at their other stuff. Number 2, we have body weight transitioners. So we have people who are doing weights for a really long time, but they're starting to feel, you know, aches and pains in their shoulders, back problems, and they want to do something more gentle, but they still want to stay jacked. So we've got those people. We've got people with general fitness, people who just want to get stronger, lose some weight, look a little better. We've got people who have back problems, so people who have either had surgery or they are about to go under the knife and they want to prevent it. So we have people with back problems and injury-related issues. And then we have people who are the yogis. We have people who like yoga, who like every aspect of yoga. They like this, they appreciate the spiritual stuff. They like going to yoga studios, but they want to learn about the technique more and they want to learn how to get better. And so that's why they're here, because I focus on the technique and the muscle engagement. So, all right, Josh, looking for arm strength, better mobility, and inner peace and calm. Arm strength, you're probably not going to get a lot with yoga. You're just not. So if you want to build arm strength, I would do weights. I would do curls. I would do tricep extensions. I would use a rope like this. So you want to be on a cable. And I would do this exercise where you're trying to pull apart, the cable like this. So don't just pull it straight down like this. Make sure you're pulling it apart like that, and that's going to help you get much better tricep development. Curls are good. Make sure you're doing them slow and controlled. Dips are good, but just make sure that you're not rounding your shoulders in like this. So make sure that you're keeping your shoulders back and your elbows squeezing toward one another. That's going to help preserve your shoulders. Inner peace and calm. Meditate. Turn off your phone more. Read more. Watch less TV. Use less social media. There you go. All right. Looking to reduce lower back pain. Randy, lower back pain is a symptom of your entire body. So lower back pain, it's going to be hip mobility, core strength, spinal mobility, and also just getting up and moving more. Sit less. Make the exercise a meditation. Absolutely, Hayden, you can do that. Josh, how yoga would help with arm strength? I would say that yoga is really helpful with arm strength because I would use the stretching aspect of yoga, because you want to be able to maintain shoulder health. So you need to be able to, do things like bring your arms straight overhead without arching your back. And if you're lifting a lot and not stretching, you're going to be only closer to here. So again, we want to work on shoulder mobility so we can get the arms all the way straight up. Posture in yoga, posture is upper back endurance. So most people don't have the strength to hold themselves upright like this just because they don't do it that much. So, if you think about what we do when we have bad posture, this is what we're doing. So really, one of the things we need to do to fix our posture is just improve the upper back strength. So improving the endurance of the muscles in your upper back to hold your body upright. Yoga helps you do that because you're actually practicing standing upright, right? We're doing stuff like mountain pose. We're doing stuff like lunges where we're actually staying upright like this instead of instead of, hunching forward. So posture is just practicing holding yourself up. And yoga helps with that because we constantly reinforce the posture. And the more you do yoga, the better posture you're going to have, because you're practicing it in yoga, and that will lead to doing it more, just throughout your daily life. I work I stand for long periods of time. What can I do to relieve back tension while at work? So Dave, good question, because we get a lot of people who are also, I talk a lot about office workers, but one thing I don't talk about a ton of is people who just stand a lot at work. So if you're standing a lot at work, one of the reasons why people have back pain is because they're not using their hips and their core. So one thing you can do while you're at work is try to use your hips more. So squeeze your butt cheeks, seriously, squeeze your butt, squeeze your thighs toward one another, pretend like you're holding something between your legs more often, right? So just get the hips and get the core more active. So you want to squeeze the abs, you want to squeeze your hips, squeeze your glutes. You also want to do some balance work. So when you're standing up, just every now and then just lift one leg up and go like this. So when you bring your knee in front of you like this, you're stretching the lower back. You're allowing, you're creating space in the lower back, and that's going to bring some relief. You also want to do some lunges. So instead of always standing straight up, we want to move, right? We want to do some lunges here. We want to, again, stand on one foot, bring your knee out in front of you. We should probably do some standing forward folds like this. So you just want to move while you're standing. You can't just stand still. That's why it's going to hurt if you keep standing. So Dave, that's your answer. Keep moving. Stretch your hamstrings, stretch your hips. Make sure you're doing some twists, do some balances. So again, you just want to change up what your body is doing. Don't stay still. Even if it's standing, you don't want to stay still. Tight core or low back pain. I stand on one foot during sessions sometimes. That's good. Tight core is just going to come from focusing on core engagement and doing core exercises. Almost every posture in yoga is focused on core. So whether you're doing a lunge or a plank, there is emphasis on what you should be doing in your core. Squeezing your legs toward one another in every exercise that you do really helps with that. So make sure that when you're in a lunge, your back foot is squeezing forward, right? So if I'm in a lunge, with my my right leg is back and my left leg is forward, I'm going to work on squeezing my legs toward one another. So my right leg squeezes forward, my left leg squeezes back, and that's going to help me tighten my core. When I'm doing a squat, I want to squeeze my legs toward one another. So I'm not just sitting down. I'm actually squeezing my legs in toward one another. So my inner thighs are trying to touch in this position. My glutes are tight. So I'm using my whole body. I'm using my core more. So again, try squeezing your legs toward one another more. All right. What else? We've talked about posture. We've talked about what to do when you're standing at work for a long time. We've talked about how to get a tight core. Relieving lower back pain, again, is about hip mobility. It's about core strength. It's about spine mobility. And moving more. Don't sit. Don't sit all the time. Don't just stand all the time. Even if you're standing, you have to move. We talked about arm strength. We talked about how to get a bigger chest. We talked about the Cork yoga mats I recommend. I recommend mine, manfulyoga.com/shop. And yeah. All right, so I'm getting posture, lower back pain. Yeah. And that's actually, posture is something that most people, it's interesting. Posture is something that I think most people don't realize is going to be something that they improve. But all of my workout programs, all the feedback that I get from people, almost all the feedback that I get from people is that the workouts help. They do help with mobility and strength and everything that I talk about, but the most surprising, the most significant results people get are from posture. So they notice their posture more often. They're standing up more tall throughout the day because they're practicing standing up tall when they're doing yoga. So posture is one thing that most people, posture is something that people get really improved when they're doing mindful yoga and yoga in general. But again, I'm only speaking to my teaching. So, to avoid head rush feelings, should I just avoid bringing the hips too high, or do you recommend something else? So Alvin, that, so head rushing, some people, just have issues bringing their head below their heart. So if that's you, then I would avoid doing that. I would also avoid moving too quickly up and down. So, some yoga classes will go very quickly. You'll be up, forward fold, half lift, forward fold. We don't do that at all. I don't do that fast movement because I don't think it's useful. If I'm going to move fast, I'm going to go for a run, or I'm going to go running outside. I'm going to go do sprints. I'm going to jump up and down to calisthenics. I don't need yoga to go fast. I need yoga to go slow. So I don't do that. If you're doing a yoga where it's too fast, then I would probably just avoid it because it's not doing anything for you anyways. But again, you have to, I would either not fold as deep. So, if you're doing a forward fold, instead of actually going way down here, you could try just going here instead and keeping your chest higher and even looking forward a little bit. You're still going to get the stretch through your hamstrings. It's just going to feel better for your head. So I would avoid bringing your head toward your knees, especially if you're upright. It's okay to bring it's okay to do a seated forward fold. All right. So if we're doing something like this and reaching forward here, that's okay because that's not going to cause your head to rush, but it's going to cause the same physical benefit as a standing forward fold. What do you do for neck and neck pain? I'm assuming you meant back pain. Back and neck pain is from bad posture. So for back and neck pain, one of the things you really want to do is a back bend. So you want to work on strengthening the muscles in your upper back and your neck. So this is one exercise that I like to do for strengthening the upper back and the neck. It's just a standing back bend. So just coming up like this and holding yourself here, but really making sure that you're lifting your head away from your shoulders. So I'm not letting my head come down like this. I'm keeping length through my neck like this. Right? I'm not collapsing my head, but I'm keeping myself upright. So any back bend is going to help strengthen your neck. So you're doing cobra exercises, right? So when you're on the ground like this and you're lifting your chest away from the ground, using your back, using your core and your hip strength. So back bends are what's going to strengthen your back, and then also core strength, and also stop slouching. Mostly back pain is caused because we're slouching a lot. So you've got to stop slouching. You've got to stop sitting more. Like this is what we tend to do when we're sitting. This looks like shit, right? And the reason why it hurts our neck is because this is not how your body's supposed to work. So try to sit upright more, and then remember you have to go beyond what you're doing, right? So if we're spending our days like this, then instead of just going here, which is neutral, we need to go to the back bend, right? We need to counter that. So that's my advice on that. Kyle French, I'm a pro musician. My bass is heavy, pulling my neck and shoulders forward constantly. Dude, I play bass too. I'm probably not anywhere near as good as you, but I used to play a lot of jazz when I was in high school and college. That's my bass. That's my bass. My bass pose. Okay, sorry, I'm done. My bass is heavy and pulling my neck and shoulders forward. So you probably don't need to strengthen the area that's getting sore. You're probably using it too much. So what I'm going to tell you is what I'm going to tell other people when it comes to addressing pain. So I want you to do the opposite of what you do while you're playing bass. So in order to relieve pain in that area, you're going to strengthen the opposite muscle, the opposing muscle group, and stretch the muscles that you're using. So if I'm here, right, do you play stand-up or do you play electric? Bass? Am I stand-up or am I electric? Let me know. I'm talking to you, Ty. I'm talking to you, Kyle. I'm going to assume you're playing electric because I can see your profile photo and you're playing electric. So if you're playing electric, right, this is where we are. So that means that we probably want to get the arms down at the sides and maybe get your arms behind you. So I would do some stretches like this to help because, again, we're here and we want to do the opposite with our body. So we want to do this I would also get your arms all the way up overhead. So this is something that your arms aren't doing, right? Our arms are here. They're not here. They're not here. So you want to think of what your arms are not doing and then fill that in. You can also play around with, I would play around with kind of massaging yourself. So I would try and find, and this is kind of what I would do. I would just kind of rub on the different muscles of your shoulders and your chest and try and find the most tender areas. And that's the part that you should stretch. Right? So if you find that your chest is really sore, then you want to stretch your chest. If you find that your shoulder is really sore, like let's say this is back here is really sore, then you'll want to do an eagle stretch like this. So again, you want to stretch the areas that are overused and then strengthen the areas that are not being used while you're in that position. So again, arms straight overhead, arms behind your back, and then also other stretching like this and this to help. Lower back pain, Julio, we have talked about this a lot, but lower back pain is a function of hip mobility, core strength, hip strength, and then also getting up and not sitting as much. So I have quite a few back programs for lower back pain. Actually, I have one that's free that you should go check out. It's called Bulletproof Your Back. So if you go to manfulyoga.com/bulletproof-your-back, you will find that workout program, and it's totally free. So check it out. Let me make sure that link works. Sometimes I don't know my own links. Yeah, go to Bulletproof Your Back, manfulyoga.com/bulletproof-your-back. And you can learn more about how to prevent lower back pain. Julio, yep, you got it, dude. And then there were some other people who asked about lower back pain. I thought there were. I missed it. Anyways, Randy, lower back pain. Randy, what was your last name? Randy Card. Randy Card and Julio, ¿cómo está apellido? Perez, okay. Julio Perez, manfulyoga.com/bulletproof-your-back. There you go. Bill, what's up? What would work for MMA for looseness and hip and leg flexibility? So for MMA, you want to work on, particularly for you, you want to work on the muscles on your inner thighs, right? Because these are the muscles that we're using when we're trying to get more mobility, right? When we're trying to lift the leg up, or we're trying to do like that, that Rob Van Dam thing and be able to like extend the leg here and then that thing. So you want to work on the inner, so again, inner thigh mobility. So we want to do stretches where our legs are spread apart like this. So warrior poses are going to help a lot. So warrior 2 posture, a triangle like this. But basically you just want to work on general hip mobility and also on hip flexor strength. So one really good exercise is just holding your leg up here like this and then just balancing. And then from here, extending that leg forward without bending this knee. So just working on holding this leg up. Right, like that. So there's a lot of hip mobility exercises you can do. I would start with a warrior 2, a triangle, and then also on Cossack squats are great too. So Cossack squats are one of my new kind of favorite exercises. They're not new, but I haven't been doing them that long. With a Cossack squat, I should probably throw my laundry away. But a Cossack squat is from here. You're going to sink into one side, come up onto the toe, or come up onto the heel, the back foot, reach your toes toward you, and then you're just going to kind of switch from side to side here. And if you look at me from the side, I'm trying to keep my chest upright as much as I can. Right, so I'm keeping my back flat, and I'm trying to keep my toes facing straight forward. Now you might not be able to do that at first. The heel might come off the ground. So the heel might come off the ground. You might fall forward a lot. That's okay. Just keep working on it. So, yeah. Maybe we'll put in something for MMA there, too. What else, guys? So we've talked about leg mobility for kicks, perhaps, / MMA. Excuse me. All right, I've got no more questions, it looks like. So we've talked about posture, we've talked about lower body mobility for MMA. We've talked about how to stretch if you're a bass player, what to do for neck pain, what to do for posture, what to do for lower back pain. I have this really awesome workout called the upper body, or I think it's called the Posture Fixer Upper. It's part of the members area. We might have a clip of it online, but I don't know if we do. Actually, have tons of really awesome workouts in the members area. Obviously, that's what I spend almost all my time on, is on the members area. But really cool workouts. One of them being the Posture Fixer Upper, the other one being it's called the Fix. I have a workout series called the Fix, which is really cool. Lots of longer workouts, anywhere from 40 to 65 minutes. Lots of longer held postures. Lots of technique focus. Working deeper into your mobility. Really awesome workout series. Phil, arm and shoulder strength. Pull-ups. Do pull-ups for arm and shoulder strength. That is my recommendation. And make sure that you're also taking care of your shoulders by doing down dog. Down dogs, dolphin. You want to make sure that you're doing up dog is a really good exercise for your upper back and shoulders. Yoga push-ups are awesome for arms and shoulder strength and chest strength. Yeah. All right, cool, guys. Well, that's all I've got time for today. Hope I was able to help some people out. Looks like we have 33 comments and 84 likes so far. It's pretty cool. For those of you that shared, Rich, thank you for sharing the video. Jonathan, thank you for sharing the video. Heron Torres Rodriguez, gracias. And yeah, thanks, guys. That was fun. Hope you guys learned something. I hope this helped out. And make sure you visit some of those links in the comments. I posted a lot. So any time I had a question and I was able to answer it with a blog or a video, I posted it there. So make sure you go into the comment section to see the various links. Otherwise, if you want to get started with this, again, everything that I do is pretty much goes into the members area. Everything except for Body by Yoga, which is my DVD series that I also sell on my website in digital format. Everything except that goes into the members area. So all of my videos on technique, my tutorials, my workouts, my workout programs, the Manful Yoga community, forums, even my personal training, that's all done through the members area. So if you want to get started and you really want to start experiencing these benefits and starting to get stronger with yoga, I'm convinced that this is the best fitness yoga resource that there is. I'm the only person that's yoga specifically for physical fitness. Everything else that teaches yoga blends fitness with the spiritual, and I don't do that. So this is unique in that aspect. And again, I think it's if you are looking for yoga to help you get stronger at the other stuff that you're doing, so if you're a runner wanting to get better at running, if you're a swimmer who wants to get better at swimming, if you're an athlete who wants to be more injury resistant and also be better and stronger, this is exactly what this is made for. So if any of those apply to you, maybe you used to lift weights and now you want to do something less stressful on your joints but still want to maintain muscle mass. And maybe you just have back pain and you want to get rid of it. Again, if you want yoga to improve your fitness, this is I'm convinced the best, and I'm biased clearly, but I think this is the best yoga for fitness resource that exists. So if you want to learn more about that, again, everything that I do is put into the members area. It's at manfulyoga.com/7-day-trial. And it's just $1 to get unlimited access to all of that content. So I put the link in the comments. Thanks for watching. I need to get going. I've got lots of content to create as always. And yeah, hope you're having an awesome weekend. If you're watching this later on YouTube or Facebook, you can still comment. I'll still see the comments. And yeah, that's what I've got for you today. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Take care.